I may have found the Zcash and Monero killers. So stay tuned right until the end. These are two micro-cap privacy coins where innovation meets price potential. So stay tuned because this might be the most alpha-packed show I've ever done. 1, 2, 3, let's get onto it. So today we're going to talk about privacy, Zcash, Monero, and we're going to discuss two microcaps, okay? One is called 𝗵𝗘𝗥𝗧 and the other is called 𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗏. And 𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗏 hasn't launched yet, and 𝗵𝗘 is trading at a very, very low market cap. And a lot of people are saying it's very similar to 𝗘𝗫𝗂, potential-wise. A lot of the 𝗘𝗫𝗂 OGs are buying it. I'll explain to you where you can buy, how much I bought, etc., and why I'm so bullish. But first, let's start privacy narrative. Let's go into a little bit of a crypto history here with this meme. We have Bitcoin token generation event, then we have the drug markets, Silk Road, etc., Bitcoin takes off. Then we have the Ethereum token generation event, 2016 bull market, 2017 ICO scams. Pretty much every single coin on the top 100 was born there. A mix of scams and co-founders from Ethereum that either lost or, just didn't capitalize on Ethereum, so they launched their own sort of like ETH copy scam coins. Then we have the 2020 start of the bull market. Then we have 2021 metaverse NFT hype, all trash. Then we have FTX trauma, minus 90% on alts. We have AI, pretty much everything that was launched crypto AI is giant useless scam. Then we have the hype end. We have the meme coin season because of lack of investment opportunity. Everything is high FTV, low float. So the only way that we could have enriched ourselves was with meme coins. So we traded meme coins. I think the meme cycle is over. It's pretty much done. We have the two towers hit. First one was Trump launching his shitcoin. Then Kanye West launching his meme coin. Second tower hit. I think it's over. I don't think meme coins are going to have a massive comeback. And now the question is, where is crypto going to go next? What's next? Everything fell. Everything. Every single narrative that they tried to push was garbage, except for DeFi, still interesting, and privacy. But privacy is the only thing in crypto that hasn't had its moment and hasn't had a potential. And the only people that can actually build on privacy in crypto are cypherpunks. And these people are principled, they're OGs, they're top tier cryptographers, unlikely to do something that's not fairly launched, because I don't even think VCs can invest in something that's actually private and will be deemed as a security threat by three-letter agencies and governments. So right now, one new narrative is quantum resistance privacy coins. And I'm going to go into that. That's 𝗵𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗏. And then at the end, I'll talk a little bit about 𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗏. So right now, Zcash and Monero are looking amazing. And so we're seeing top tier KOLs and people in this industry, people from Solana even. So here, thoughts on Monero, and people are discussing Monero, Zcash, which one is better? I don't think any of them are actually going to be the winners at the end of the day, because they both kind of failed. There's this whole discussion, people like 𝗵𝗘, oh, you should buy Zcash, better investment, blah, blah. So everyone's talking about these privacy coins. If you look at the charts, Monero and Zcash, some of the best alt-looking charts. If the cycle continues, I think privacy outperformance will continue. But if the cycle is over, I think next cycle, privacy could be the main bubble, the main mania. And so that's what we're going to talk about. So you look at Monero, it looks pretty bad for something that's been here for like 10 years, more than 10 years. I think this is not the best looking chart. And Zcash just looks like a random scam meme coin pump and dump chart. It usually signals market tops. When it starts pumping, usually it's over. Not a good sign that Zcash is doing too well for the whole of the market cycle. But it's interesting that towards the end, privacy is pumping. Very, very interesting. And come on, it's probably very likely final stages, if not already topped the whole cycle. And so now let's talk about SafeTrade. So SafeTrade is this website where you can trade proof of work, brand new launches. They are very niche, technical, hard to list, and everything on SafeTrade has been doing amazing. Most people haven't heard of SafeTrade, and this is why I think also this setup is very, very powerful. And this might be the place for you to buy a lot of these privacy coins early on, because they're not going to get listed on exchanges. They're not going to get listed on Binance. They're not going to get listed on Bybit. By the time that they are on these exchanges, probably halfway through or probably the end where you should be cashing out. So pay attention to SafeTrade, okay? I'll leave a link in the description. This is probably the place where the privacy meta will be born. This is where I think the 𝗘𝗫𝗂 OGs were buying 𝗘𝗫𝗂 below 20 million market cap. So pay attention to SafeTrade. As I was saying, SafeTrade lists technically complex brand new projects where other places would be charging insane fees. So instead of chasing hype, they list innovation, and this is where we have an edge, because not a lot of people know about SafeTrade. Now let's talk about 𝗵𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗏. So right now, 99% of the world doesn't even know NPT exists, and most traders don't know about it either. And most traders don't even know about SafeTrade, which is the only place where you can get these proof of work, brand new privacy coins. Only place that they're listed. You can't even get stuff like 𝗵𝗘 OTC. They just build like a wallet right now. Okay, there's like one wallet and you can barely have access to it. So it's a very complicated, obfuscated way to buy it, which to me reeks of opportunity. And I think this is like a very, very interesting coin. So big exchanges will probably follow, because NPT and stuff like NOC, some of these other coins, 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛 as well, even though I don't think NOC or 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛 are as interesting tech-wise, and they're not as good privacy-wise, I think. These are all doing very well, and they're generating good volumes. Like daily 300k. NOK I think is doing 2 million, a couple million, 3 million yesterday in volume. So exchanges, their revenue model is anything that is volume, let's list it. I think there's a good incentive for some exchanges to come scoop some of this privacy meta list, which will continue the volume, the interest, etc. So this is how you find 50, 100x plays before everyone else. Okay, you gotta buy what's too early, too inconvenient, but interesting, and especially well if if it has some technology behind it. If it's launched by legit cryptographers, even better. So this is the 𝗵𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗘𝗥 founder, 𝗵𝗔𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥. Don't know really how to pronounce it. Very smart, very well accomplished cryptographer. Follow him on X. Go on 𝗵𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥 and you can see the website. Still very early on. They have very poor marketing. Even the name 𝗵𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥, horrible marketing. It should just be like Neptune or something like that. But they're starting to do some marketing now. By the way, this is fairly launched. Pre-mine here is only 1.98%. So we're accustomed to buying 90% bundles. We're accustomed to buying 70% pre-mines on VC swap shitcoins. This is a fair launch, okay? If something's pre-mined less than 2%, I'm gonna call it a fair launch. To me, that's a fair launch. And currently it's trading at 20 million, around 20 million market cap. Could be a better investment than Zcash or Monero. Okay, let's go into the why. So both Zcash and 𝗵𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥 use zero knowledge proofs, which, to sum it up, and I'm not going to get into the tech, I haven't read much about it, but it's basically technology that lets you prove a transaction is valid without showing who sent the transaction or who received it or how much was sent. This is honestly, in my opinion, what crypto is all about. It's all about privacy and money. But they use different types of ZK proofs. Some use snarks, others use starks. Starks are like more modern approach to it from what I've seen. So starks are scalable, transparent, argument of knowledge. In some, more scalable, handles complex transactions, so you can have DeFi on a privacy layer 1, which so far no one has been able to accomplish. But DarkFi and 𝗵𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥, I think, are the first ones to deliver resistance to future quantum computers. This quantum resistance, I don't know how much of a threat quantum computers are. I've seen people like 𝗘𝗫𝗧, I've seen some VCs, I've seen some people out there on the media talk about how quantum computers are going to be a threat to 𝗏256. I've seen Bitcoiners say it's all bullshit. I honestly think Bitcoiners are probably right. It won't be much of a threat, but this is a good narrative. So regardless of it being true or not, the quantum computing narrative is strong and it has strong mimetic value. So this is why I like this meme where quantum resistant privacy coins might be a big narrative. And the first one is 𝗵𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥. So we're early. It's the first one. It's something that we know has been validated as narrative with normie interest because serious investors are worried about quantum computers. So this could be some brand new form of privacy cash. Zcash is valued at 4 billion. NFT is at 20. It's oscillating around 20 million market cap. So pretty early, and you have something like 100x there. So in sum, you can mine it with your GPU, easily mineable. There's only going to be 42 million coins, if I'm not mistaken. Quantum resistant, privacy coin with programmable smart contracts. So this is actual tech and innovation. And it's under 25 million market cap, and the halving is every 3 years. So market cap wise, potential wise, if something like 𝗵𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥 is better tech wise than Zcash or Monero, and DarkFi is better tech wise than Zcash or Monero, we're talking about 100 to 100x's until it flips the competitor's market cap. So potential here is huge. So yeah, I think the next 1000x's, 100x's are very likely going to be found in privacy. And then I gotta say, with 𝗵𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥, there has been an issue, and they had to relaunch a few months ago because there was, I think, an inflation bug on it. So Bitcoin 2010 value overflow bug. Then there was a DAO hack on Ethereum. Monero, I think, has been exploited, I think. And now Zcash also had some vulnerabilities. I honestly don't care. The fact that 𝗵𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥 launched, there was an inflation bug, and then they did a relaunch before it had any traction. I don't think matters much. So I'm not very worried about it. And the risks, I'm aware of the risks. It's crypto. Anything you buy can go to zero any single day, and it can be exploited. And I just don't have the technical chops, so I'm not even going to be worried about it. Look, I've risked a ton of money with worthless bullshit meme coins, so I'm not too worried about this. I'm just saying this because there's some FUD being spread around. Maybe it's targeted FUD from people that are trying to accumulate. Every major successful protocol has had some issues. Then we have DarkFi. This video is not going to be focused much on DarkFi because it hasn't launched yet, but DarkFi is also going to be programmable privacy money. I'm very excited. Like, I'm going to put size into DarkFi. Already bought a good bag on NPT, but DarkFi, I'm looking to invest even more. Very excited. I don't see a reason why privacy layer 1 with smart contracts shouldn't flip Solana and all these other VC garbage layer 1s, L2s. I don't see a reason why it shouldn't. If we have private layer 1s, we should all be using them. End of conversation. Otherwise, why the fuck are we in crypto? So here is the founder of DarkFi, 𝗵𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥. So here is his resume, okay? Just a little bit of his resume. It's insane. I like Amir a lot. I think you should follow him and watch his videos. So Bitcoin dev, 2010, 2015, 20 years of free software dev. So he was there year 1. He was there from the start. About as OG as you could get. Created DarkFi, the first Bitcoin improvement. You don't get more OG. First UK Bitcoin exchange, 10 years privacy tech, did dark wallet with 𝗵𝗘𝗥. He's been on stage with 𝗵𝗘𝗥. Like, this guy knows everyone in the industry. Fought ISIS, absolute chat. If you want a founder, if you want the perfect founder, it's this guy right here. fights ISIS, has the perfect background, is a cypherpunk, has values and integrity, didn't sell out in the ICO era. He could have launched any bullshit, would probably make $1 billion just from, having this OG status. Waited all these years and now he's gonna launch his project. I'm very excited about 𝗘𝗏𝗧𝗏. Expert at cryptography and mathematics. And so we're gonna have apps. There's gonna be an non-DAO, OTC market. There's already a peer-to-peer chat called 𝗘𝗏𝗧𝗏, of course. I'm in it. You should be as well. They say it's the most private chat in existence. And he also made a Assange DAO, which helped bankroll Assange's freedom. So this guy's pretty based. I have no idea someone who looks at Amir's resume and is not gonna invest. Like, you probably hate crypto if you're not gonna at least have some 𝗘𝗏𝗧𝗏. And then he also approved, by the way, I'm a big fan of Amir, he also approved Neptune Cash. One of the main reasons why I bought, because he was saying founders very smart and friends, and they know each other for a couple of years. That's one of the reasons why I also invested in Neptune Cash. So this was today's show. Check Neptune Cash on SafeTrade. It's holding up quite nicely. I'm hoping for a little bit of a bigger dip, because I have a little bit more to buy, but I already have a pretty good position. I'm happy with my position, but I'm hoping for a dip. Usually when you want a dip, you don't get one. There's probably another 20 or 30 people wishing for the same. There's a ton of 𝗏𝗏𝗏 OGs buying this, okay? If you check and hashtag NPT on X, a bunch of 𝗏𝗏𝗏 OGs buying. Check 𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗏, check their devs, check Amir and Rachel, and check Neptune Cash. Okay, this is very dense. If you go read the tech part of things, it's very, very dense. But before I go, the thing that makes me excited about 𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗏, even more important than the tech, at least from an investment perspective. You want some founder that's inspirational, you want a founder that is courageous, and you want a founder that can inspire people to buy something and hold it for long term and make them believe in it, okay? Basically what Murad's trying to do with a shitcoin, but with actual tech. That's what you want, because at the end of the day, if founders don't know how to market their product, it's pretty much worthless. And, just look at XRP and compare it to whatever you think is worth more than it. Look, the XRP cult is worth more than almost any tech coin out there in crypto. And I think Amir, he has that power to inspire people to create a massive cult around 𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗏 and privacy. That's honestly like the main reason why I think 𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗏 will do extremely well. But I'm also very excited about Neptune Cash. Anyways, this was today's show. Go check these two microcaps. Also, before I go, I never in crypto invested in anything long-term. These two are the first two projects where I'm not gonna trade. I'm not gonna like schizo swap. I'm just gonna buy and hold, like see in 6 months, in 3 months, how the investment is doing, because I can't hold meme coins for months. I just can't. They're all garbage. I'm investing in this for real. Last time I tried to invest in crypto was Lazy Ledger, which now is known as Celestia, but they wouldn't let me put 10k on the seed round like before it was Celestia. They were like, you're too poor, you need like $1 million. That was the last time I tried to actually invest into something, but I just couldn't. I'm actually going to invest in these privacy coins, and I'm a strong and firm believer in privacy. I think it's going to do very well. Anyways, guys, I've been on vacation. I might do some more videos now, so stay tuned until the next. Bye-bye.